I think there's so much on the line in the congressional elections this time around coming up in November. I think last night in Kansas, we saw a great display that this doesn't just have to be Democrats versus Republicans. There are big ideas in play here, and lots of people who might consider themselves lifelong Republicans who are feeling somewhat lost as far as, where their party went. I had a Zoom meeting just this morning with a group called Vote Common Good, and they are basically finding evangelical Christians who are flippable, the people who have the same values that we all have, who, if we approach the abortion issue as what they already believe, that this is an example of government overreach, which they are so sure that they don't want government overreaching their bounds. And so we agree on that, and they might be able to see their way clear to voting for me and Liz and Elva, where they might not have considered voting for Democrats in the past. The values are there. So I think the women's right to choose is a huge motivating factor for so many voters coming up. Gun safety legislation. People are scared, frankly, of their increasing likelihood of ending up in the midst of a mass shooting. And that's beyond the fact of our democracy being on the line. And I think we can all agree that the democratic basis of our government is just such a bedrock important thing that we preserve, and our climate. I don't know about any of you, but I am personally fairly terrified by everything I see. I mean, it's incredibly hot here. You might have noticed that, but there are also wildfires that are bigger every year, setting records, flooding that's just way beyond any kind of climate norms. Everything is, I heard a climate scientist say that global warming is a threat magnifier, and it has been magnified to such an incredible degree. And my fear when I see our hot summer here is that there's no reason to think that next summer won't likely be even hotter, because we're not doing anything to make that not be the case. So I am proud to stand with the Alliance for Retired Americans. I've been on picket lines with you in front of the American Airlines headquarters and the ExxonMobil headquarters and various places. I am proud to be a progressive Democrat.